Good morning, students. This is our second chapter of history for class ninth student, and the title of the chapter Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. As we have covered so much of content in this chapter, and I have started this chapter from the French Revolution, and in its first part, according to me, when I have started the Russian Revolution, we have covered the Bloody Sunday and the political, economical and the social situation before 1905 in Russia. All we have discussed through the particular notes, and we have done relating question answer also. Now in this video I am going to continue the remaining content under the Russian Revolution in this chapter. So that how we are talking about that how the Russian Revolution started in Russia. So up to the 1905 we have discussed. Then we have discussed the incident in Bloody Sunday also. Now we are talking about that when the First World War was held. Now what was the effects? How the Russian Empire influenced by the First World War. When the First World War broke out between two alliances means one side the dual alliance between Germany, Austria and Hungary, and on the other side triple entity between France, Russia and Great Britain in 1914. That three countries one side and another side are the remaining three countries in which Russia was also giving its support to the Great Britain and France. The anti-German sentiments ran high. That when the First World War started between two alliances, then the people in Russia who their feelings in the anti-German sentiments started, that how they don't want to adopt the German culture, and they started to criticize, and their voices united with each other, and the anti-German sentiments ran through the Russian Empire. It was a first effect. Then second, Russian armies lost badly in Germany and Austria between 1914 to 1916. That during the 1914 to 1916, when the First World War broke out, then the Russian army had lost, and they badly lost the war in Germany and the Austria. There were 7 million casualty and 3 refugees in Russia. So what has held that there were 7 million casualty held in Russia and 3 refugees in Russia. That there were so many people in Russia being sheltered from the war. It was a result of First World War in Russia. Next effect. First World War adversely affected industries in Russia. Railway line began to break in 1916. That the railway line also began to break in 1916. A small workshop producing essentials were shut down. Now the trade and commerce also adversely affected, as the means of transportation, it means the railway line also began break in 1916. Then the small workshop producing essential were shut down due to the shortage as a result by winters 1916. Bread and flour become scarce, not enough. That even for 3 times bread and flour was not available to the people sufficiently. Now you are coming to the point that how the people and the economic and their day-to-day life in Russia adversely affected after the First World War. Then we talked about that. Next topic is the February Revolution in Petrograd. That Petrograd was the capital city of Russia. That how in the capital of Russia the February Revolution get started. Petrograd, Soviet, the capital of Russia, where was heavy food shortage in workers' quarters. After the First World War, there was a heavy shortage of food in the workers' quarters. Even that the capital city, the workers also suffered from the very short availability of food material. And second, On the 2nd February, a lockout took place at a factory, followed by a strike next day. And the result of it, that when the workers was not having the sufficient day-to-day meal, then on 22nd February, a lockout took place there at factory, and it was followed by the strike next day. The workers went on strike. Demonstrating workers crossed from the factory quarter to capital. Now they started the demonstration rally to show their condition, that how pathetic condition these workers were having, as they were not having the food availability, and they moved from the factory side to the capital. No political party organized this movement. This movement purely led by the factory workers from the quarters, their factory area, to the Petrograd, capital city of the Russia. There was not a single involvement of any movement by the side of political arena in Russia. Third effect of the First World War in Russia, government imposed, and the February Revolution, how the February Revolution started, that government imposed curfew and later suspended the Duma. Now, because there was, you can say, after the monarchy system, there was also a parliamentary system, but still not purely parliamentary. There was a rulership of monarch also. That after seeing the situation among the workers, government imposed curfew. The situation was adverse, that they imposed a curfew and later suspended the Duma, and after it they also suspended the parliament. Police headquarters were ransacked. Even the police headquarters were looted by the workers. People raised slogans about bread, butter, arts and democracy. Now the people of Russia or Petrograd started to not only talk about for their day-to-day need or bread and butter, but they also started raise their voice that there should be a particular hours of working. And now continuously, slowly they come to know about that what type of the system of government they wanted, and it is all about they are starting the feeling of democracy in their mind. And that how you can see that even the police headquarters were looted by the people, and they started to raise their slogans for bread and butter, arts and democracy. Cavalry, the situation became so much adverse from the side of workers, and that it was not easy to control the situation from the government, that cavalry called out by government to control them. Cavalry, the horse, there was soldier, the soldier which was ride on the horse, and then they control the agitationist or the, you can say, workers. So it was not controlled, the people was not controlled by the government, by the simple police or the soldier. The special cavalry, the soldier which ride on the horseback, they were called out by the government to control them, to control the workers or you can say agitationists in Petrograd. Then Petrograd Soviet was formed by the soldier and striking workers on advice of military commanders. Tsar abdicated, Soviet and Duma leaders formed a provisional government to run the country. Now it was a result that Petrograd Soviet was formed by the soldier. The soldier formed the Petrograd Soviet and striking workers on advice of military commanders. Then Tsar abdicated and Soviet Duma leaders formed a provisional government to run the country. Tsar was also abdicated, he was not having the rulership and he has to sacrifice his rulership, and lastly the Soviet Duma leader formed a provisional government to run the country. The next, the effect, that how the Russian future was decided. That Russian future was to be decided by a constitution assembly elected through universal adult suffrage. Now they were also favored the universal adult suffrage, and Petrograd had led the February Revolution that brought down monarchy in 1917. And lastly, up to the 1917, Petrograd Soviet Union led the February Revolution in Russia, and ultimately they brought down the monarchy in 1970. There was an end of monarchy system in Russia up to the 1917. So in 1917, whatever victory to end the monarchy system in Russia was gotten by the people in Russia, the credit goes to the Petrograd Soviet Union in Russia. Now we will talk about that what was the main effects of February Revolution in Petrograd in rest of the Russian people. That after the abdication of Tsar Nicholas in 1917, what was its effect? Now provincial government influenced army officials, landowners and industrialists. Liberals and socialists worked towards an elected government. Restriction on public meetings was removed. Soviets were set ups everywhere, but system of election was not followed in common. Now, the first victory after the abdication of monarchy system or Tsar, that first of all, the provincial government influenced the army system, landowners and industries, and liberals and socialists worked towards an elected government. Now the liberals and socialists also free to elect the government, and there was a restriction in the monarchy system. There was a restriction on public meetings, but it was not. Now after the abdication of Tsar, now public meetings are allowed in Russia. Restriction was removed from the public meetings, and they were set up everywhere. Now the people can set up the public meetings, but system of election was not followed in common. But still, now the system of election was not common among the common people in Russia. Second, workers' movements spread and factory committee were formed, which began in questioning the way industrialists ran their factories. Trade union increased. Soldiers' committees were formed in the army. Another achievement is that now the workers' movements spread all over the Russia, and they formed their committee. Workers' committee was set up, and they also questioned about the way of industrialists, that in what manner they run their factories. And now you can say that now after the 1917, the workers in Russia became so much aware regarding their rights, their equality, their security, their working hours and their salary or wages. And that's why they also question that in what manner the industrialists were running their factories. Trade union increased. There was union of trade people also increased. Soldier committees were formed. Now the soldier committee also formed in the Russian army. So you can see that not only the administrative field, but in trade and commerce, in business sector also, and even in the administration army also, there was so much of freedom slightly the people were getting after the 1917. Third, provincial government saw its power declining and Bolshevik influence grew. It decided to take measures against this discontent. It resisted attempts by workers to run factories and arrested leaders. Now what had happened? Another effect after the February Revolution, that now the provincial governments saw its power decline. Now the provincial government's impact was declining day by day, and now the influence of Bolshevik grew. It decided to take measure against this discontent. It resisted attempts by workers to run factories and arrested leaders. Now the leaders were also arrested. And now the fourth important effect of February Revolution in Russia, peasants and the socialist revolutionary leaders pressed for redistribution of land. Land communities formed. After the February Revolution in Russia in 1917, the land communities formed and peasants seized land between July and September 1917. That land was also, and peasants seized land between July and September 1917. Now the peasants and the socialist revolutionary leaders pressed for redistribution of land. Peasants were also pressed, and the revolutionary leaders were also pressed that they have to think about the redistribution of land, and land communities was formed, and peasants seized land between July and September 1917. They were seized to use the land by the government. Now after that we continue in the European history, that when we study the socialism in Europe after the Bloody Sunday, then after the February Revolution, now the October Revolution in 1917. So you can see that how many revolution was took place in the European history to achieve ultimate way that they after that so many sacrifices, so many agitation, so many revolts, and then finally they got the socialism in Europe. Now when we talk about the October Revolution in 1917 in Russia, Lenin feared the provincial government would set up a dictatorship. He persuaded Petrograd Soviet and Bolshevik party to agree on socialist seizure of power. Now what had happened, that Lenin, he was also feared that provincial government can be converted into a dictatorship. So he suggested to the Petrograd Soviet and Bolshevik party to agree on socialist seizure of power. He said that both the Petrograd Soviet Union and the Bolshevik party have to be agree on socialist seizure of power. Second, the October Revolution is that the uprising began on 24 October. PM Kerensky had left the city to summon troops. Military men loyal to government seized the building of two Bolshevik newspapers. Now the military side also, that because they are the government employee, they also seize the Bolshevik newspaper, so that the accurate news cannot be spread throughout the country among the common people. Next, when we talk about the October Revolution 1970 in Russia, Military Revolutionary Committee ordered to seize government offices. Now the military revolutionary also ordered that the government offices should be seized and arrest the ministers in response, and they also arrest the minister, the government minister. The Aurora ship, important, the Aurora ship shelled the Winter Palace. That with the help of Aurora ship, they you can say they destroy the Winter Palace. Other vessels took over military points, and the military also took over the other military points. Next, the October Revolution in 1917, the city was under committee's control and ministers had surrendered. Now the minister had to surrender. That how you can see how the situation converted in the October Revolution in 1917. Now the minister had surrendered. The majority of all Russian Congress of Soviets approved the Bolshevik action. They given the all Russian Congress of Soviet given the approval to the Bolshevik action. They support the Bolshevik party. There was heavy fighting in Moscow, and finally Bolshevik controlled the Moscow Petrograd area. Now you can see that how the Bolshevik party got the victory to control the Moscow Petrograd area. Now effects of 1917 revolution, that what was the effect, the result, political result and economic result in Russia after the October Revolution of 1917. Bolsheviks were opposed to private property. When Bolshevik was having the power, political power, then first of all they opposed the private property. Most industry and banks were nationalized by 1917, and Bolshevik, when they come into the power, they converted most private banks and industry into the nationalized by 1917. Second, a change of the after the October Revolution by the Bolshevik party, land was declared social property. Now land is not anybody's individual property. Now land became a resource which was declared that it is a social property. Third effect of the October Revolution, peasants were allowed to seize the land of the nobility. It was a significant change in Russian economy and the social manner, that now the peasants were allowed that they can seize the land of noble. Bolshevik enforced the partition of large property like houses according to the families. Bolshevik also enforce give the, you can say, insisted that the partition of large property like houses according to the families should be there. It has banned old titles. Now all the old titles regarding the property was just come to an end. Next effect of the October Revolution of 1917 Russia, new uniform were designed for army and officials. Now Bolshevik designed a new particular uniform for army and officials, all the government officials. They conducted the elections but failed to gain majority support. And they also conducted the election but they were not getting the majority support in starting. Next effect of the October Revolution, in 1918, Assembly rejected Bolshevik measures and Lenin dismissed the assembly. Bolshevik became only one party to participate in election to the All Russian Congress of Soviet. That by the 1918, and the assembly rejected the Bolshevik measure. Whatever measures and suggestion was given by the Bolshevik, it was rejected by the assembly in 1918, and Lenin dismissed the assembly. Bolshevik became only one party to participate in the election to the All Russian Congress of Soviet. So it was the effect of the 1917 October Revolution. Now Russian became an one-party state. Up to the 1918, Russian became one-party state. Trade unions were kept under party control. The secret police punished those who criticized Bolshevik. Now the secretly police was searching the people who were criticizing the Bolshevik party and its action. They were punished by the police. Many young writers and artists realized to party because it stood for socialism and change. Many young artists and philosophers, teachers, they support through their writings, their creative work, painting, and because they support the Bolshevik, as they thought that Bolshevik was a party which support the socialism and change. This led to experiments in arts and architecture. And the result of their support, that it resulted into the new experiments was held in the field of arts and architecture in Russia, but disillusioned because of censorship encouraged by the party. In architecture, but disillusioned because of censorship encouraged by party. But there are some party which are banning the work of Bolsheviks party. That's why there was a censorship on the publishing of the Bolshevik party newspaper. So it was a time when the government authority also banned the you can say newspaper of Bolshevik party. But anyhow, the people of Russia up to the 1918 come to know that how important the socialism, how important the freedom and equal right and opportunity in Russia. And after the First World War, although they were adversely affected by the poor economy